An overview on the offensive line, how they're playing so far?
Yeah, we're building a lot of depth right now. That's the thing. We got a handful of young guys. Got the 3 high school guys. Our freshman class of guys just getting a lot of reps with the 2s. So schematically, they're getting a lot of work right now. It's fun to watch our 1s are starting to gel a little bit. We're gonna find that 6th and 7th guy and start repping them some. But that first group's playing pretty good together. They're the cleanest. No snaps, no false starts, things like that. But we're just too many mentals today with the second group, and part of that's understanding where we're at and the process of playing football, not running plays. A game's 2 different things. A scrimmage gets you that game mentality.
How big of a spring is it for Jonah when replacing Derek Nelson, who's done it for?
He's replacing him. He practiced it all last year, so for him, it's not like, hey, it's a major change. Moving Dorian to be a little bit different, hadn't snapped as much. But Jonah's done a great job. He had a great offseason to set the table so that there's not a lot of transition. That's the biggest.
Can he win the job in the spring?
Jonah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Jonah's doing a great job right now. A good leader. He's our guy that might have the best relationship with the whole group of offense in the locker room. So that's what he brings a little leadership to it.
How has Dorian been at center? I mean, do you see that being a competition, or is it mainly just Jonah?
Dorian's played some center because we're going to have him ready. But, right now he is his first 5 practices just detailing footwork and hand placement. And he's been off the charts. He's playing as good as, anybody has since I've been here. So he's playing really good at guard right now.
At the AJ, does it make a difference in your schemes on the offensive line, the fact that this year you'll have a fullback / H-back on board? Does that make any difference on what you guys do or not?
No, hey, zone is zone, power is power, outside zone's outside zone. Not really. It's no different than an extra tight end or anything like that. We'll be very similar.
At the tackles with guys like Kamal and Tariq from last year, what progress have you seen out of those guys?
Tariq, he's made a big jump. Having the full season, the off season, is really detailing a lot of his craft. Kamal's still learning O-line, so it hasn't been probably as big right now, but his progress in football IQ is, going off the charts. So both those guys are having really good springs.
How about the right guard? What's that competition looking like 5 practices in?
It's good. It's kind of wide open, but Zach Keeman knows it all, and he's played a lot of football here. With Appy where he's at right now, coming off injury, he'll be good to go. He's in there mentally getting a lot of walkthrough stuff. Manny Taylor has had a really good offseason for a guy that was kind of, he was in the depths of the O-line. He's with the 2s doing some nice things. He's one of those guys that when you get into scrimmages, it's a different deal for him right now.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
How is Sam Bretton look so far?
Sam's doing very well. Both, of the 3 freshmen, Sam and Micah, Jamal has just gotten back. He was a little, hung up with some injury early. But those 3 guys, they're playing fast. They're not hesitant. Their football IQ's there. It's just a matter of learning the speed of the game right now for those guys.
With Sam, it doesn't look like he's a guy that didn't play football all his life.
No, you can tell he's a year older than those other guys that are high school guys too, just physically.
How about Nick Crimmin? How's he been?
Crim's doing awesome. He's a guy that, coming in, he's got the physical stature, he's got all those tools. Football's really become important to him in the last couple months. The time he spends, the questions he asks, kind of the depth and how he looks at things, he's doing a really good job right now. I like where he's at. He's a competitor at that right guard spot too.
When you look at Tariq and his progress, can you see why, they're from at least from the outside perspective, people think that he has a chance at the next level?
Yeah, no doubt, because he's cut the weight, he's gotten his body right, so he has all the intangibles. Now he's got to go play, he's got to carry himself like a pro, he's got to train like a pro. He's doing a lot of that, but that's where working with him, and that's the transition of being a 2nd and 3rd and 4th year guy in college is carrying yourself like a pro and doing all your business like a pro.
How does your role change, being a assistant head coach?
Not much. It's one of those things where when Chris needs things and he'll use me for some community stuff and things like that, but we've talked about some different things. It's really, I'm just an extra guy to help like our whole staff is. Our staff's great about that. It's everybody's got a hand in, and what do you need? Let's go. And so that's really all that is.
What did it mean for him and the school to kind of reaffirm their commitment to you?
It was good. There was never an issue with commitment. For them it was just a way to, say keep doing what you're doing, and so, but you saw that in a lot of our staff this offseason, which is good.
Coach, how's Micah Clark been with the early enrollment and everything?
Mike has been awesome, you know, and I say it in the best way possible. Mike is like that, you know, your favorite dog at the house, and he's always around. He's always asking questions. If you chew him for doing something wrong or an effort, got you, coach. And he's just as happy as heck to go to the next snap. And so that energy he brings is really a bonus. You know, he's doing a great job right now.
Could you see him possibly playing as a true freshman?
Oh yeah, him, Sam. You know, both those guys are guys that are in the mix. Physically, they're a little bit farther ahead, but that's really it. I mean, they're all those guys. It's wide open.
Is his just guard? Are you working him at tackle, guard, or is he
Mike
learning
has
them
been
all?
playing a lot of tackle for us. You know, athletic, that's where he's at. What you ask a guy to know at tackle is a little less probably than the interior guys. So it's, in my opinion, it's easier mentally. Physically, it's tougher. So it's that balance of if they have one of those areas where they can help us.
Cool. Thanks, Coach.